сентября, и я решил поехать в Таиланд. Друзья, очень...
Hace 1 año y medio era pescado pudriente.
This week on The Inside Story, Russia's best-known opposition leader dies while in prison, and his family says Russian President Vladimir Putin is responsible. President Biden This week on The Inside Story, U.S. President Joe Biden vows a response to Iran-allied militias blamed for the deaths of 3 American service members in Jordan, tightening tensions in the Middle East as Israel's war on Hamas sparks wider regional conflict. The flow of goods interrupted by Houthi militants in a key supply route. And we continue our coverage of Russia's war on Ukraine, just weeks away from entering its 3rd year. Now, on The Inside Story, military conflicts.
So that's how you do it here. We go live every time, anytime, always. This is how we do it here on Dashcam Travel. We go live anytime, anywhere. Because don't fail to join us, don't refuse to join us. But first of all, subscribe to our channel. That is Dashcam Travels. We will give you more. We'll give you a lot more from here. And we hope you enjoy our content in future. Make sure you are in by subscribing now and hitting the like button if you can find it. And we are going to give you a lot more from this channel. And you will not be disappointed. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed because we are going to give you a lot of material. First of all, let me explain to you what is happening. The deaths of 3 American soldiers in Jordan were, they increased the U.S. engagement in Middle East and also raised worries about a potential larger military conflict. And furthermore, Israel is carrying out a continued offensive in Gaza 4 months after a devastating attack by Hamas. You remember that happened in October, on the 7th of October to be precise. That happened in Israel across the Gaza, the border between Gaza and Israel. So that's what is going on today. But also we can talk about other things. For example, we can talk about what is there in technology, for example. We have been looking around to see what are the top stories in technology. And very soon we are going to tell you what's going on with technology pretty soon. So we can tell you about electric vehicles in Kenya. You know what is going on? They are going to get green special number plates. Okay, the Kenyan government is introducing special green number plates for electric vehicles, the EVs, and this is part of the efforts to promote the adoption of EV, those electric vehicles in the country. And the government is saying that those number plates will be for electric vehicles only, but also will include motorbikes, those that are electric. The adoption, which is being supported by the government in its push to reduce the country's heavy reliance on fossil fuels, will also, according to officials from the Ministry of Transport, will also cut on carbon emission. Now, it is not very clear why they are giving them special number plates unless it is for being able to be able for people to be able to differentiate between those plates and those that are regular, just for regular cars. But is it really worth it? Is it worth the cost? Is it worthy? Is it worth the cost? Well, you can drop a comment there. But according to the minister in charge of transport in Kenya, his name is, I forget his name, let me remember, Kipchumba Murkomen. Kipchumba Murkomen says that the green number plates will help raise awareness about EVs, the electric vehicles, among the general public. Long term, he says that this shift is meant to encourage more people to consider switching to e-mobility. Right now, we are appealing to you guys to subscribe to this channel. This channel is your friend, is your companion. It has a lot of stuff that it's going to be churning out every day. So let's talk about this e-mobility number plates that are new. The government of Kenya will get green with green number plates, which are assigned to the official vehicles going forward. And I'm thinking this is because maybe I'm wrong or I'm right, because the numbers, the cars that are going to be used by the government will also be electric, fully electric. We are yet to see. Now, there's a policy that is being drafted about e-mobility. Actually, Murkomen, who was speaking at the unveiling of the that draft on national electric mobility policy, said that currently that particular policy is open for public participation. So I don't know how it is that he was launching it, but we are told that the policy is meant to guide the development of the electric mobility in all the transportation modes: road, rail, air, and even maritime. And also, they say that it will give an elaborate framework for Kenya's transition from ICE, which is internal combustion engines, which are now being used. And this policy also suggests that there should be some incentives for those who are adopting these electric vehicles use, and also support the local manufacturing. And he also pointed out that the growth of this sector itself, the electric vehicle sector, is going to lead to creation of more manufacturing jobs. I thought that was common sense. But maybe there will be a substantial number of, increase in the number of those manufacturing jobs. So the government is also promising to bring on board stakeholders from the private sector, together with international investors as well as academic institutions, in order to develop this very young sector. And before I go, I must also mention that President William Ruto's government, that's the Kenyan government, is also planning to transition to EVs. And I think we mentioned that, but I wasn't sure that it meant the central government, because in Kenya, as you may be aware, there are county governments and also the central government. So earlier on, according to the information that I had gotten, was that the county governments will also, the officials there will also be driving these cars primarily to ease the burden of fuel and also those to make sure that this maintenance doesn't cost the taxpayers a lot of money. Okay, so let me quote Kipchumba Murkomen, this Minister for Transport in Kenya. He says, "We are taking to the cabinet a proposal for a phased fleet replacement program for all GOK. GOK here stands for Government of Kenya vehicles from internal combustion engines to EVs, which are electric vehicles. This will, in the long run, according to Murkomen, save taxpayers billions of shillings on fueling and other maintenance costs." He ended by saying that his ministry is setting up charging infrastructures at the ministry headquarters. This is a developing story. We are going to tell you more about it as time goes by, but for now, we are checking out, signing off from here. We were live from Washington, D.C. We say thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. But before you go, don't forget to hit that button and subscribe. Subscribe and also like this video so that we can bring you much, much more. From Dashcam Traveler, we're saying bye for now.